Okay, I think we are live. So, still just getting a few things set up here. Go ahead and hit up the chat. I'm just getting the chat ready, making sure everything is working right, doing my final test before we dive right into Figma Sites, updates to Figma. There's actually more than just Figma Sites. So, there's a lot happening inside this live stream. Okay, I see we are looking good on my test screen. Let me turn that off and just got to do a couple other things. But let me know if you're here. Go ahead and drop it in the chat while I am setting things up. Eddie, what is going on? How you doing, Eddie? All the way from Switzerland. Enrico, awesome. Good to see you. All right, let's put that in there. And let me move my stuff out of the way. It's one thing about having this setup. You got a big giant mic in front of you. Doesn't make it easy to type, but it's all good. Let's see here. Okay, we're looking good there. Let me go ahead and mute that. Ginger, good morning. Up and early. Awesome to see you here. Mario, how's it going? Okay, Enrico got the all clear. Audio and video are both good. Let me look at my machines. Okay. I've learned to do some checklists before just diving right in, because especially with things like what we're going to be covering today, we're going to be diving in. We're going to be checking out some brand new Figma stuff, huge stuff in Figma. We're going to be taking a look at Figma sites. Now, I am going to do this like an unboxing. I have not seen it yet. I have not watched any videos on it yet. Purposely, like today, I was going to take some time out to explore, dive in, take a look, and I just thought like I want to do this with you guys. I want to do this live and to be able to give a live, like honest, just reaction to it, like my honest feedback. We're going to keep it real the whole way. Now, there are a couple other things. I did do an update to Figma today, and there were some pop-ups of some new stuff, and I stopped myself going through it because I also wanted to go through that as well. Then I noticed a few updates to the UI, and I really had to stop myself. So we're going to be checking out all that. There are some things in the UI. One thing in particular I'm very interested in, and that's grids. Like just recently I was creating a lesson inside of the Figma Mastery showing how to take a grid and make it responsive using the min and max widths and the wrap. My dogs are going crazy right now. Don't know if you can see them. Okay, they keep hiding out of the screen. Okay, but I just did that, and it's really fun when you do that. But now there's grids. I want to see if that's going to simplify the whole thing. All right. Real quick, has anybody checked out Figma Sites yet? Have you watched any videos on it? Have you dived into it at all? If you have, let us know inside of the comments or in the chat comments. It's late night here. All right. Okay, so check it out. Let me see here. I'm just pinning a comment up here because I want to hear from all of you. What do you think of Figma Sites? Let me see. Did that pin to the top? Okay, good. It did pin to the top. I want to know what you think. All right. This is going to be an open discussion. We're going to be cracking this egg open together. We're going to be taking a look, of course, through time, experience, opinions, and views. They start to change and evolve. But first impressions mean a whole lot. There's a couple things I want to see. All right. I want to see, is this really going to be AI or is this just some randomizer? Because I don't know about you guys, but I'm really tired of these website building tools that say they're AI built websites, but really they're just randomizers. They might even just have ChatGPT plugged in to generate some content, and bam, they slap on the AI label. But sometimes they don't even do that. Like I've explored a lot and I've held back from creating videos on my channel showing how to do stuff with AI, how to build websites. You want to have a lot of views, a lot of subs, and like really blow up your channel. The smart route is to create those videos. But then I get into it. I want to be realistic. I want to create content that's going to help the real web designer. Whether you are brand new, just barely learning design, or if you've been doing this for a little while. For me, it's more important and looking at the new tools is cool, but starting to focus on cutting corners is not. And that could be quite harmful, I feel, which is why I held back. So that's one of the things I want to see. I also want to take a look at what are the Figma sites plans if they do have them. I don't know. We're going to have to like dive in. I'm not sure what that's going to look like. Are the plans going to be, like locking the websites into their hosting, doing something similar to Framer and Webflow? I want to see how that is going to look like. Could the code be exported? I also want to see, is there a CRM? Is there a way for us to manage our content? Because up to right now, I don't, correct me if I'm wrong, but I haven't seen really any AI tool that has CRMs yet. I know Framer does have like their version of a CRM add-on, and you could do that with Webflow. But other platforms, I'm just not seeing that. I also want to see, is this going to be like Lovable, or is it going to be more like Framer, or is it going to be a hybrid? And let's also see if this is going to, I don't know if you can feel me on that one, but I'm quite frugal. Let's see what's up in the chat. So we are going to keep this open dialogue. All right. We're going to keep this open. I want you guys to ask questions. Give your feedback. Like, just start pumping out your feedback. Go for it. Just put it out there. So we're going to have fun on this one. Let me see who's here. Okay. We got Scott from North Carolina. Jay all the way from Canada. What is going on, Jay? Newman from Pakistan. Welcome, Newman. Awesome. Okay. Hey, you're in the right place, Newman. Starting UI UX, but confused about your career. I would love to hear more about that. And that's the reason why we're doing the live streams. Now, truth be told, I was planning to wait to June to kick off the live streams because next week I leave on a holiday. And I had some things to work through this year. I had to work through like just fixing things. But my plan was to come back June, kick off the live streams again, do them every single week. So that way we could create this space for UX, UI, web designers who want to, get that direction for the career. Because, this is an open thing. I'm not just going to sit here, like, even though I'm the only one talking, I will bring on other guests and stuff, but I also want to hear from you. So if you got questions, drop it in here. But I decided to do this last minute because it's Figma Sites. Like, they just dropped it. I was going to geek out. I'm like, dude, I'd rather geek out with all of you if we're going through this. Okay, let me catch up let me just catch up, see if there's any questions. Okay, Scott's already given us a spoiler. Okay. No. I'm just kidding. You got spoilers, drop it in. We are uncracking this egg. We're cracking this egg. We're cracking this egg together. We are opening this box together. I like to watch unboxings for new phones and stuff like that. So we're going to do a sort of like that. Okay, let's see. Oh, interesting. So Ginger, yeah, you've been into Lovable and you're using your CRM. I would love to know more about that and how that works because I haven't really gone into Lovable yet. So maybe we need to see maybe something coming back from my holiday, maybe a live stream where we could take a look at using Lovable at another level, because I know that you've been digging into it on a serious note, like actually looking at how to use it for production sites. And my dogs are going crazy around me. I got two little Frenchies. They're even tearing up the car. Wow, they're really going at it. It's like Tom and Jerry around me. And by the way, my Frenchies got them at night markets. Like, I live in Thailand and wasn't planning on getting dogs, but I remember my boy Yoda. I saw him at a night market and my heart broke. And I knew I had to give one of them. I had to give one of them a good life. So that's been my boy. And now he got his sister, Princess Leia. Okay, enough about the dogs. You guys didn't come here for my dogs. You guys came here for Figma Sites Reno. We got Merrick from the Czech Republic. Dude, this is dope. This is dope. I love seeing you guys all around here. Okay, let's go ahead and do a screen share and dive in and see. First place I'm going to go is a website. We're going to take a look. And I want to see, can I get started with it right now? That's what I really want to see. So with that, let me do the screen share. And I'm going to give it a second just so I can see on my monitor. Uh-oh, it's a bit choppy, huh? Uh-oh. Looks like there's some connection issues going on. Dang. That connection is not looking too good. You know, that's a challenge of living out here inside of where I live. Like, we got amazing Wi-Fi, but at this time of night is the time where it is the slowest because this is when most people get home. They start watching Netflix and they take up all the bandwidth. I've already contacted like uh and I'm not some young dude that could just stay up till midnight and still have a productive day. So I gotta like do these lives at around 7 p.m. Okay, it looks a little bit better. Let's go ahead and check it out. Figma Sites. Okay. So let me take this in. Let's see. Let's take this in. Okay, layers. How are the layers looking here? Okay, I'm seeing a different UI. So this looks like it's going to be a bit okay. I mean, over here on the right, it looks, this. Let me see if I could tell the difference. I mean, right here in the positioning, there is a bit of a kind of, but the auto layout is there, which is great. Okay, so far this is looking like Figma with just a little bit of a different UI in the navigational panel on the left. Okay, cool. Perfect layers every time on every device. All right. All right, cool. It looks like it's finally made easier to be made responsive. I wonder how they're going to do that. I wonder if we could use clamps and set that up. That would be awesome. Okay. Get a head start, pre-built blocks. Yeah, I could see a lot of templates, especially if they're going to go in the route of Framer. Like, take a look at the Framer ecosystem. Let me turn my brightness down. Yeah, the Framer ecosystem, as far as like design-wise, the designers are awesome creating their templates inside of Framer. All right, interactions. Okay, so I wonder what kind of JavaScript they're going to be using. Is this going to be very similar to GSAP? I wonder if they're going to do something, like what Framer did, which is their own version of GSAP, very similar, but they got their own JavaScript library. Looks smooth. Okay, we have to test that for sure. Okay, I do not like this messaging. All right, I think like this messaging right here, I could design and publish a website in minutes. Very misleading. Like I remember back when I started off learning HTML and CSS, and I would be trying to learn, like spending days and days, hours trying to figure out one little problem. And then you see the Wix commercials come up saying you could build a website within hours, publish it, and be live. And I felt like, why are we even doing this if you could just make a website like in like a couple hours? And then I got into it and I found out that, yeah, you can't really do that. I mean, technically, you could have something built, but you can't build one for a business. So yeah, that messaging, not sure how I feel about that. Okay, AI or code. Jump in and edit your code to customize your site. Not sure where to start. Let AI help. Interesting. Okay, so this is coming soon. I didn't see before any of these else saying coming soon. Okay, nothing else is saying coming soon. Only the AI with code, so that's not ready yet. Wow. Okay, so that is going to be the site symbol, and this is going to be for the design file. Man, but that is kind of dope. If it comes out right and we could just design a mock-up or even import a mock-up and just turn it right into a site. Wow. Okay. All right. Let's see. Build faster with your design system. Okay. Nice. So you can use your components. That's pretty dope. Man, I can't wait to like I really want to see how like variables work with this and how the modes work with it. It's going to be really interesting. Okay. All right, the events. Let's see now. Let's go ahead and click on one of these. Let's click on the get started. I'm already logged in. Let's see what it does. All right. Let's see here. I'm getting excited, guys. Design and publish your website. Okay, we have this. Okay, we're in here. Now this is in my browser, right? Yeah, I'm still in my browser. I'm not in my app yet. Let's hide that. Okay, design and publish your website all in Figma. Build responsive interactive sites, ready-made blocks and AI chat, everything you need. Okay, get started. Let me see what happens here. So we got a blank site. Okay, they already got their pre-built ones. I'm probably going to start with a pre-built. I want to just take a look and see what they have. Okay, they got the templates, events. An event. Is this just for a single event or an event page? It looks like single events. I have to dive in a bit more. Landing pages, personal. Wow, another thing too, if you are like a skilled designer, this is going to open up opportunity to create templates and sell them. It's already done that in Framer, but to do it on Figma's level, like like I think a lot of people went from Figma to Framer just to do that. Now this is it's going to. I have a feeling, a prediction. Template selling is going to explode, and it's going to help a lot of people make money, which is good. This is good for web designers right now. I am all for web designers uh, earning more and trying to do different things to earn more. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at one of these. Let's see here. Which one should we import to get started? Why do they have all the menus on the side? That's I don't like that. Looks like all their menus are a little bit weird. What do you think I should start with, everyone? I'm going to start with the Modern Brand Design Studio. Let's view it. Take a look. Okay, clean. Let's use this template. Oh, I should have clicked on view in browser. See how that looks. Huh. Okay. So we got blocks, create web pages from multiple devices with breakpoints that stay in sync. Okay, that's responsive. Then we got our blocks. All right, blocks right here. Okay, then we got the preview. And then we can publish, huh? I'm gonna jump to the fourth step. Let's go ahead and publish this. I want to see. Are they going to charge us? Is this going to be free? I know nothing's free. Let's see here. I'm just going to call it LA Figma site. That's it. Let's just keep it simple. And okay, they are going to use the Figma.site. Let's publish that. Okay, that could take a few minutes, it says. I probably should have done that another time so we could explore. I am going to jump over here to my Figma though and see if there is a way for me to launch it. Let's go ahead and open this up. Yep, okay. So we got Buzz as well. Like I said, there's a few things going on here. So they got some new stuff. They also have something we could write in Figma now. I have to see how that works and see if it's good to use with my Apple Pencil and iPad. Okay, site. Let's take a look. Okay, so yes, we could use this right here. So while that is updating, I'm going to do something different. I'm just going to go blank. Let's just see here. We're blank. So it says right here, we got blocks. Let's see, we got our navigations. Oh, looks like we got some pre-built. What's up? What if I don't want to do pre-built? Can I? Okay. Let me try to use this like Figma. Let me see. Okay, I could go to my files. So it looks like I got desktop and mobile set up here. Web pages. Okay, that's just a page. Let me delete that. I want to see about creating multiple devices. Maybe if I click here, yep, I could go ahead and create a tablet. Okay, but let me see. Let me see if I could delete this. Can I? Yep, I could delete it. Okay. Oh, that's pretty sick. I didn't notice that. Okay, so let me see. I wonder. You know what? I have my design system here already set up. I wonder if I could duplicate this or use it, be able to import all the styles. I got all my text styles and all my variables already set up here. I got a full variable library that's already responsive here. By the way, if you are going to be joining the Figma Mastery, all this is included in it. So we got all the variables set up to have a full out variable styling system. I want to see though, could this be used? Let me copy this. I don't think so. Okay, we do got the variables. Let me see here. I'm going to try. Let me just see if that works. Okay, so I can do that. Okay, that's going to be a bit manual. I have to see if I could create a system for this. Let's see if we could do all my colors. That'll make things a whole lot easier. Let me copy that. Take this over. Let me create a new collection. I'm going to call this one colors. And let me check the chat. What's going on in the chat? Anything cracking? Okay, pro plan required. Let me know, guys. Anybody on the free plan, let me know. I am on a pro plan right now. Okay, Berliner is asking, can we export the code like Webflow? I'm definitely 100% going to try that out. Okay, let's see here. And Ginger, going to see you inside of in the mastery. Awesome, awesome. Okay, let's go ahead and delete this. So, only thing is, I would love to have my I wish there was an easier way to do this. There might be. You know what? I know there is. Let's see here. Can I use my plugins? No, no plugins. Oh no. Oh, that is a bummer. Let me see. That would have been cool because I got plugins. Let me see here. I got plugins for exporting stuff. Okay, there's none in here right here. I did use some just recently. But I know there are plugins to export your variables. Okay, I'm going to leave the variables and styles alone. Let's go back over here. Let's go ahead and zoom in. Let me see. Can I shrink this up a bit? Okay, tight, tight. Let's see. I'm going to style this up. I'm going to use, I'll just stick with enter. Let's keep it simple. And for this, we will take it down to 16. I'm going to make my menu real quick. Let's see. Let me do one more. Okay, we're going to make a bigger menu. So let's see about pricing, resources, or let me put careers, just some common links, and then blog. And now let's go ahead and try out some auto layout. I'm just going to put my call to action. Oops. Let's go ahead and let me open this up so we could view it, see if my shortcodes work. Okay, we can frame it, auto layout it. Perfect. That is working. Let's go over here and I'm going to take this to 24. I'll take this one to 8. Let's create our button. Let's give it, wow, okay, there's no, okay, let's give it the fill. And I'm going to go with my, ooh, I don't like that green right now. Let's go with that green. Okay. And let's go ahead and give it a border radius. Oh, I did put my border radius here, my variables. I love these variables. Use them all the time. Let's see here. Let me select these. Does that work? No, it doesn't. Okay, so that doesn't work. That's a little bit different. I can't just group these. Okay, so it looks like I have to go in here. That's a bit weird seeing that happen simultaneously. I kind of want to delete this just so it doesn't mess with me. But let's go ahead and try this. I'm going to group it, auto frame it. I'm going to go ahead and relabel this menu. Let me go ahead and call this my button. All right, let's go over here and ooh, yeah, how is that going to work? Okay, let me see my gap over here. We'll take it to gap 40. I would use a variable right there, but huh. So how is that really going to be? Okay, that's going to be a bit of a learning curve because you move one and moves the other. And look at that. It took it looks like it took it right out of my board. And that's right off the screen. Okay. Well, this is brand new, so we'll have to see. Maybe we could use some conditions where we could hide that. I have to take a look. Let's see. What do we got up here? The interactions, scroll behavior. Dope. Okay. It's not too much. Interactions. Let's see what we got here. Okay, we got the back scroll, conditional set variable. Huh, okay. This is going to have a bit of a learning curve for sure, but so far, custom cursor? What? No way. Huh. Okay. Oh, this is going. My God, I'm supposed to go on a holiday next week. Just a heads up, I am not bringing my laptop on holiday because if I had my laptop, I wouldn't stop. I would be doing this the whole time. I'm supposed to be seeing the Mona Lisa and Michelangelo's The David. So I got to see that first before I bring my laptop with me on a holiday and start doing that. Okay. All right. I see where that is going. You know what? I'm just going to delete this mobile. Is this kind of like getting in the way? We'll see how to do that later. And image, let's see. Okay, so this is a bit different. Navigation features, libraries. Okay, so you create team libraries. So none of this is working yet. Let's see, we got our settings here. So is there AI? Where's the AI at? Okay, but do you know what? I have to take it back because I'm not. Look at, I just realized something. Okay, I'm not going to go back to. Actually, I will go back to the screen. I just realized something. And I know like I should have caught this earlier, but it's just called Figma Sites. It's not called Figma AI Sites. And that's what I'm seeing right now. I'm seeing like a framer right now or start of what Framer has done. Correct me if I'm wrong. What do you guys think? Let me hear what you think inside of the chat. I kind of feel like this is going to be a strong competitor to Framer. Now, let me go back over here and see what happened with that published site. See if they have plans, pricing plans for this. Connect a domain from a third-party provider. What? Really? I don't know if I should be doing this live. Let me see here. Let me go to the learn more and see what they're talking about. Okay, manage a custom domain. Your site Figma was released. Okay, it's just an open beta right now. It's currently available. Okay, it is only on paid plans right now. Huh, with a limited starter plan experience coming soon. Whoa, okay. Who could use this feature? Available on all paid plans. Requires edit access. All right. Custom domains. What? So I can have 10 custom websites on my plan. I got the pro plan and unlimited on organ. Does this mean the price is going to go up? Because look at the thing that has turned me off of Framer has been the pricing structure. It constantly changes, it increases, it gets confusing. You got to like go through two different pricing like it's not even pricing tiers. It's here's a set of pricing tiers and here's another set of pricing tiers. And I almost signed up for it over Black Friday, but it was so confusing and so limiting. And it looked just like, God, they put so much thought into how to reduce stuff for people that it was just a complete turnoff. So, that I guess right now would be my one concern with the pricing of Figma because Figma is not that expensive. Like it is quite reasonable. Let's see. Will this take us to the pricing plan? All right. Is this okay? So they haven't updated it for. Okay, they haven't updated this yet. Let's see here. Visit the pricing page. Yeah, so you could get this, and it's under 200 bucks a year. I got the full seat under 200. And just a heads up, I only recently upgraded because I wanted to do more and teach more. I've gotten away my entire web design career, collaborated on some major brands, some major projects with very talented designers, doing it all on the free plan. So I think Figma is so good, you could get away with the free plan. But it looks like the sites is if they keep this pricing and include the sites, and if it gets as good as Framer, wow. Especially if they can't add in things like CRM. So somebody already mentioned inside of the chat that they are going to have a CRM. That's going to be interesting. Let's see here. Connect a domain from a third. I got to go back. I got to. Oh, wait. Okay. This is the domain. Oh, I can't copy this. Let's see here. Okay. So check this out. All right. I'm going to take a little breather. Let me go back and stop the screen share. All right. Catch up on everything. And I'm going to post the URL to the template. I'm going to sort of digest things and at take a look at what's happening here. Okay, so Jack, really good point. So, yes, some of the templates don't even have H1's heading. This is a very big deal. This is something we got to see. What kind of control for the SEO are we going to have? So far, I see everything just in the front end. I'm going to go back to a screen share in a moment, but that is a good point. In fact, let me put that on my list. I got a list of questions. Okay, can we manage SEO? I want to make sure that is essential. To me, it's a deal breaker if I cannot do that, if I can't manage my own tags, not only for the elements, uh but also for the sections and Navigations, our header tags, our footer tags. Another thing I want to do, we're going to check out the source code. Let's go ahead and check that out. I'm putting this on my list. Uh, should we run a speed test? Let's run a speed test. All right, what else, guys? Come on, drop it in the comments, in the chat. Let me know. What else should we be checking out real quick? All right, Reno asked, is Figma made like Cursor AI? I don't think it is. I think it is made more like Framer. That's what it looks like to me. It looks like I am designing, building things like I would with auto layout. I still got to test a few more things. I got to see, can I add my grids and all that? But it feels more like it's going from design to live website, like Framer. There's not even AI in it right now. That's coming soon. Okay, Figma Make is the AI. Jack, you're on top of it, man. You've already been in it. Awesome, awesome. Okay, so okay, this is a good point. Figma might be the most accessible way for small people to build a digital brand now end to end. Do you know what? If the pricing stays where it is at, under $200 a year, and you can get 10 websites out of it with your own custom domain added to it, as long as like, SEO and all that stuff isn't a top priority or CRMs, but like a landing page, sure. A quick brand page. I could see this. I could see this having a place. Okay. Okay, so Jack says the Figma sites and Figma Make are completely different, not out yet. Okay, I guess this is just what is coming. They just announced what is ahead in the future, and honestly, I'm more excited with not relying on AI to do it. Like, so what would be interesting? Okay, right now it's like we're building it without AI, just like using Figma, using your auto layouts, using your regular, Figma set of tools. Minus the plugins. That part was a little bit of a bummer. I wish I could use my Figma plugins on it. But still I understand the complications for that. But that in its own can make really pushing a website quickly. And then on top of it, if you do have like AI like Reloom, we're sort of starting to already create just really clean layouts for you to get started with. Wow, this could be huge for the design process. Okay, I'm going to dive back in. Let me go ahead and start another screen share. There's a few things I want to take a look at. And I'm going to go over here to my side. Okay, first thing I want to do, I want to do a Google speed test. Uh, let's go over here to page speed insights. Let's test it out and see what happens. And then we're going to take a look at the source code. I want to see what that looks like. Then I want to see do I have any control over the H tags and just the HTML tags in general. Let's see here. Okay, while that's running, I'm going to jump over here. We're going to take a look at, can I get to the page source? Let's take a look at the page source. Okay, so I got to wrap it. Ooh, okay. That hurts my head. So that's not helpful right now. Let's go back over here though. Let's see here, inspect element. I'll turn this off. Ooh, and you thought Elementor had a lot of divs. Oh boy, let me see. Okay, how many divs to wrap a header? Okay, the downside to it. This is all. Wait. Let's see here. Okay, let me shrink this up so we can. I just want to make sure there's no other elements over there that we would be missing. We're gonna take this over. Let's see here. All right, so we got the container. That's for the whole site. Okay, this is for our header. What do we even have in the header? Div one, two, three, four, five, six. It's a never-ending divs to an image. It took how many divs to get an image, guys? Oh man, this is funny. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, 10 divs. All right, let's go to this text right here. Let's see how many divs to wrap around that text. Okay, and first, okay, it looks like we got one, two, three, four, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we got that, so 9, and then we got a span for the dot, for the punctuation. Okay, so code is and look at that's the thing too about Framer, the code that you get, the output of it, that is the challenge. How do you make this with clean code? You know, like that's pretty rough. Let's see what page. Okay, this didn't even. Okay, there we go. Okay, not SEO, bad performance. That's mobile. Well, okay, same thing for desktop. So not great. Uh, the score isn't great, but 1.6 seconds is livable. zero point 0.5 seconds. FCP is livable as well. Okay, unused JavaScript. Let's see here. Okay, accessibility, passing, best practices. Okay. And then the SEO. Okay, page blocking from index. That makes sense. You probably have to put your own. Let's go back here and take a look at that. I want to see something. First off, let me check off a few things on my list. Okay, can we manage the SEO? Let's find out. I'm going to now just go into the template. Let's see here. Do we have an option here to add tags? And it looks like, hold up, let me escape. So they do have all their styles created. That's pretty good. Let me see. Did they use variables? No variables. You know what? I don't know why, but template creators, and if this is created by Figma, that's not good. They're not using variables. This is such a powerful part of Figma, but it's rare to see utilized. Okay, let me go back to this text. Let me see. Can I give it an H1? Okay, we got accessibility. What is that? We got the tag. Look at that. We can add the tag. So here we go. H1. Nice. So we could do that in the tag. Let's see if I could do that at a bigger level. So let's say this is our header right here. So we could add, let's see here, accessibility. We could also add area labels as well. And we can add the header. So yes, we do have control over our SEO in a way where we have control over our HTML tags. Nice. I would like to see a span here though. That's one thing that's missing. Because sometimes I add a little span, my little span tags. I like to use those. Why is this dot using that? That dot should not be inside of its own span. Okay. How about the images? All right, we could put alt tags, the alt text in the image. Okay, this is a component. Let me see. Can I remove the component? Maybe I gotta go from a higher level. Detach. Okay, detach instance. All right. Removed it from being a component. Oh, we don't have control over the image tag. It automatically does that. So if I were to, let me go back over here to my site. Okay, and say I go here. Let's fill this up. Oh, what do we got here? We got something new. We got pattern. Oh, snap. Is this on the update? Okay. Do you know what? Let me just duplicate this. I don't want to mess with the live template. I'm going to go here. I'm going to duplicate my design system And I'm just going to call this testing uh, Figma updates so I know what it is, and that way I could delete it. Let me go here and I'm going to add a playground. Let me see here. Playground. Let's go and add, oops, wrong button. Let's go and add a board. And let's see here. We do got this. Dope. Oh, that's sick. So these are the updates. All right. I wanted to wait for the updates and kind of go through the Figma sites, but this is one of the updates here. This is new. This just came out. Select source. Huh. Okay. I'm going to have to test that out. Direction. All right. That's dope. There's some other dope things too. We'll come right back to it. I'm excited. Okay, I like this. I love it. The thing is, too, I'm in the middle of the Figma mastery right now. I'm putting everything into it, making it super, super complete, covering everything web design focus. Like, already covered like 50 some lessons and like primarily mastering variables, local styles, design systems, and just getting to like the root, the foundation, auto layouts. And now, like, we're into the designing part, like actually designing layouts. And we get these updates. And already I'm like, okay, this is like, let's create some new lessons. We got to create some more lessons for this. I remember when Elementor did this, I would be like, I got to create more lessons for Elementor's new thing. But for some reason, I feel differently on Figma. I feel like excited for these new ones. Like these are dope. I would create this on my own. I just would come in and like create dots and I'd be all meticulous and create a grid, auto layout it, and export it as an SVG. Now, if I could do things really quickly, that's pretty dope. Okay. Enough of that. Okay. I wanted to see something. Can I add a layout grid? And I can. Okay. There's no styles. Okay. I can create my style. Awesome. Let's go ahead and create some columns. Let me click on my icon. We'll create 12 column. Oh, wait, I didn't mean to do that. I mean to click off. Let's go ahead and I'm going to do see right here. This is where I would use my gap variable I would create. It's going to put 80. And this is cool here. Okay. Let me see. Do I have an image? Do I have a logo? I need a testing logo. I'm just going to create a logo. I'm going to call this one super dope. All right. If I were to start a new web design agency, it would be called super dope. Let me see here. Let's see. Does it have all my fonts in here? Okay, it does. Has all my latest fonts, everything I installed. Trying to think of a cool font. Oh, this looks stupid, but let's go ahead and try it out. Let me make this a little bit bigger. Actually, it doesn't look stupid. It looks not too bad, actually. Let's go ahead and outline this. Wait, what just happened there? No, that was not supposed to happen. Okay, there might be a bug. Okay, we'll flatten that. Let me go ahead and outline the stroke. Okay, that looks like outline stroke has some issues. Okay, let's go ahead and I'm gonna get meticulous with this. Let me take it to 180. Okay, cool. And we're gonna go ahead and auto layout this. I'm gonna see, can I do this like as quickly as I normally could? Let's go ahead and center this. We're going to auto layout this again. I'm gonna call this my inner container. This is what I do if I was designing. I would go ahead and frame it, auto layout it again. We are going to call this a header. And then right here, this is where I would go ahead and give it the header tag. Let's go ahead and give it that. Hey, we got the article tag. So the article tag is there. That's a good sign, right? That there might be articles, might be blog posts. aka CRMs. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. And let me stretch this all the way out. Actually, with okay. Who here likes auto layouts? Okay, so let's see here. Let's see here. Let me put on. Oh wait, no, I didn't want to do hug. We gotta do the inner container. Okay, inner container. This is where we gotta do it. Fill content. Let's fill that content. Let's remove that. Put auto. This way we get that space in between. Everything is centered up. Now let's go ahead and give this 80 pixels left and right and up and down. I'll give it 20. Uh-oh, why isn't that not giving? Okay. Hug the content. Now we can go ahead. Uh-oh, something is off in my auto layout. No, I'm good. Okay. Let me go to my fill, my libraries, and I'm going to go with this light green. That's two. That doesn't look good. Let me go to my neutral color. Okay. And now let me see. I just want to check. Okay. So all the shortcuts are working. All right. What's up in my header? So this, there we go. Got to make sure we get all that auto layout right because I'm pretty sure clean auto layout, like I'm just guessing, but my guess is that clean auto layout is going to play a role in how it looks in the front end. So, okay, my first look into this, my first reaction to this is okay, we need to fix that responsiveness. There's going to be a learning curve to it, but it looks like you can launch sites pretty quickly with this. I'm going to have to explore a lot more. Okay, let me go ahead and okay, I'll come back to that again. Ask me again when I've had more time. Now, real quick, I do want to take a look at some of the new features. Let me go back over. Oops. Sorry for my screensaver. Okay, let's see here. So, check this out. Let me just make a rectangle here so we can see some stuff. Actually, I'm going to try something out here. Copy that. Let's see. Could we paste this? Wow. So we could actually paste this over, but it didn't go full width. So we could go to a design and paste it. Let me try to do that vice versa. I'm going to copy it, go over to my site. Wow. Okay. Some things. Oh, this is at 1280. That's why. No, I don't want a 1280. This is supposed to be 1440. There we go. That's what I wanted. Okay. Oh, sick. Yeah, I want my inner container 1280. So yeah, we could copy and paste it from design to website. All right. Just let that sink in for a moment. I'm trying to let it sink in for right now. Does that mean I could apply my design system? Let's see here. Go to my typography. Let me go to, I'm going to use a button medium. Do the same thing here. Let me go to my button medium. And let me also do my text. It's my libraries. Go to my neutral. And let me copy that. Let's see. Let me go out. Ah, I didn't do this. I was hoping it would add the styles, but it didn't. Okay. I have to see how to do that to streamline that. But wow. Oops. And how about creating a component? What do we have? Or does it have to be like this? Okay, I don't see the components. I have to look into that as well. But now let's go ahead and check out something. Because I just saw this inside of auto layout. They got the grids. Like, Whoa. Hold up. No way. Okay, let me undo this. Let me actually create a grid. This is something I was really interested in when I heard that they were going to make this. All right, I got my auto layout here. Let me just do an image. All right, we'll make an image about this big. Let me go ahead and fill it up. Go to my Unsplash. And let me just put in, I'm going to put in AI, see what comes up, see if something cool comes up. All right, I'll use that. Wait, no, that, there we go. That's much cooler. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. Title goes here. And I need to get a lorem ipsum stuff just to write some stuff. Okay. So let me close these up. Let me style these up really quick. Already got my style since this is a design system that's already pre-built. So we're good to go. And my typography, we'll go to text medium. And basically what I want to do here now is see, we can't do this in the sites. And that I really like. In fact, this needs to go onto the board. It wasn't in it. So let me go ahead and frame it, turn it into an auto layout. I'm not going to go too deep into it. Let's go ahead and make sure this is filling everything up. Let's go ahead and fill that up. Okay. And yeah, okay. Let me just try. Let me actually create a fill on this. And yeah, let me go ahead and put some padding in on it as well. See, this is what I mean by variables. You got to have these variables. Wait. I should have a variable for my padding. Where is it at? Oh, I didn't put it in there yet. Ah, that's in the updated. Okay, I must have used an older version. Okay, no problem. I'll go ahead and use my gap variable. Okay, I'll do yeah, I'll just do 20 and 20. See gap 2020. Let's go ahead and add a border radius just because I like to geek out like that. I'm going to do the same here. Let's go ahead and open this up a bit. Okay, this width. Oh no. Hug contents. Okay, interesting. All right. Now let me go ahead and let's see what happens when we put it to gap. Hmm. Okay. Let's duplicate this. Okay, we got 4 items. Oh, so it's doing them. Hey. Oh, this is gonna. I definitely gotta learn this. Okay, I see. I see. That's gonna be at the individual level. I think we're gonna have to start small with this. Horizontal, vertical. What? Okay. Okay, horizontal, vertical. And it looks like this right here is just the position absolute. They call it free form. I saw that one already. Let's see here. Let's open that up. All right, I'm gonna have to play around with that one. It's getting a little bit late here. All right, they got gaps, but this is it's going to take some playing around with. I mean grid, not gaps, grid. Wait, I put on. Okay, we could use a scrubber. Okay. I'll have to see how we could utilize that. Okay, with that, let me go ahead and turn off the screen share, connect with everybody, see what is happening. What's going on? All right. Is anybody else trying this out as we're going through it live? Let's see here. Stop the screen. Share. All right. Let's see. Nice, nice. So I love it. All right, Jay says Framer has a lot more stuff. Right now, for sure. Framer has been building up for some time. But I remember when Framer started, they came out. It's kind of felt like it. Kind of felt like it was still a bit basic and just coming out. But it looks like I don't know. What do you guys think? If Figma creates their own Framer version, but they make the prices reasonable, fitting inside of the regular plans they have now. They don't go crazy overboard on some ridiculous plans that like every single plan is basically aimed to limit you in something. Like if they keep it simple with their pricing, they don't, go overboard with it. Can you see this? Can you see this kind of like taking over quickly? What do you think? Steve asks, why is WP so much more powerful than Framer? Two things, man. Two things. The community, the ecosystem, all the work that all the developers have put into it, and being that it is open source, which allowed everybody to come in and add to it. That is why WP is, WordPress is so powerful. Progressive blur. You know what? Real quick, there was something I missed. Let me go ahead and jump in real quick. There's something else that I saw. Okay, I got a bit lost with this new grid. I gotta work with it. I'm not too sure about it. I gotta like really try it out and see how it fits. I think it's just going to have a bit of a learning curve. I mean, that's how auto layout is. But once you get auto layout down, it becomes a lot easier. Once you get the rhythm and the routine with it. But now the grid is going to add another part of that rhythm and routine that I think is just going to have to be mastered in. What I found with auto layout, like when you're using either like fill container or content, wrap, whatever it is that you're using, it's just being able to identify when it is the right time to use it. And once you get that part down, the rest becomes really quick in the workflow. And you'll hear me when I'm designing. I kind of like speak out loud sometimes because it helps me with my workflow. So I got to see how grid will fit into this. But there was something else that I saw. And this is pretty dope. Something small. Okay, there's been some small updates to Figma that if you're not really in Figma, you might see right now and you might not realize how big those updates are. First one, let me go ahead and add in an image again over here. I'm just going to add in, let's add in a turtle. Okay, perfect. Oh, this is the pro plan. So check this out. In the effects, they added texture and noise. Okay, very small things. Those are like really small, but This actually whoa, that's kinda dope. This is kinda dope. It just, allows us to natively do whoa. Wow, okay, here we go. This is where we can start getting more creative with our imagery. This is where we can start doing more. Like, right now, I feel like I'm looking at an oil painting. Okay, let's go ahead and undo that. Let's check out the other one. We got noise. Now, I used to use the plugins and used to use another overlay for making my noise. If this makes it easier, okay, I like small noise, then I am all for it. Okay, it's already at 100. Then I guess we just got to, yeah. Okay, let's see what we got here. Let me move this back up. What do we got with the duo? Dang. Okay, small things. I am really happy. And we got multi. Okay, what does more? Oh, so it just adds in all the colors. Okay, super dope. So those are the new updates that just on the surface that I saw. Up over here, the first thing I noticed was the auto layout again changing. This is one of those things that I'm happy to see Figma add new stuff, but they change their UI very often and they usually make really big changes, but I can see now why because they have this grid. So okay, it's still in beta. Let's see how it turns out. But there's been a couple recent updates. One of them very simple, right here in the layers, this collapsible. Like I wish they had this a couple years ago because collapsing layers, especially inside of big projects, it was just a pain. You'd have to go all the way up over inside of your menu up here, and it just wasn't that cohesive. And let's see over here. So they should have the release notes. Let's see what we're looking at. All right. I'm going to make it a goal for myself to go to config 2026. I want to start going to these. I'm gonna plan for next year. I want to do this. This looks like it would be fun to go. This would have been an awesome year. I mean, God, with Figma sites. Okay, they got the Figma Make, Figma Draw, Figma Buzz. All right, that's pretty big. This is a lot of big stuff right here. Figma Draw. Let's take a look at this. Let me expand this out. Okay, open it over here. Let's see. So is this going to be like an iPad app? I wonder. Huh. I got my iPad, I got my Apple Pencil, and I can't do anything with it. It's just I don't know. I'm uh I'm not artistic, all right? Like some of us start off naturally inclined to design. I see some brand new creatives. I remember there was one guy who was inside he's one of our design with Elementor students. He's in our community. He's a truck driver, like old school down south truck driver. Dude has some ridiculous design skills, like in Figma, starting off. And, he's older than I am, brand new, and like designing sites like you would think he's been doing this like forever. For me, on the other hand, I did not have a natural design or artistic bone in my body. It just takes a lot of hard work on my end. But that's the reason why I believe anybody could learn this. Good design skills could be learned. Skills, it's a skill, it's not a talent. Some people do have natural talents. These are like gifts that they are born with, that they just have a natural leverage or an advantage over the general population. But then there are skills, and skills are something that you work hard for and earn and develop and build. And I believe web design is a skill. Okay, variables inside a draw. Grid. Okay, so I'm gonna have to see how the span works. It just wasn't working for me. Stretch across multiple grid columns and rows instead of being confined to a single cell. Okay, I'm gonna have to really play around with that one. And CSS, align grid CSS. Oh wow, okay. So then you got grid CSS. Dope. Figma Buzz. What is this? Create and share on-brand assets at scale. Copy and publish from Figma. Okay. Easily copy and paste your designs from Figma Design and publish a template team in Buzz. Huh. Did I have that yet? Let me see here. So I do got Buzz. Let's get started, huh? They're building their Adobe ecosystem. Hey, I don't know. I'm kind of glad that the deal did not go through with Adobe because I'm able to get rid of Adobe. I am Adobe free. And wow, if Figma starts going that route, trying to build their own ecosystem, as long as they don't get dirty like Adobe. If you're an Adobe fan, I apologize, but I decided to leave Adobe because I did not like their business practices. There's a point where companies get too big and they become more greedy instead of focused on the user. They focus on their investors and their shareholders. And that's where Adobe has been. So hopefully, Figma, they stay true to the game, stay true to us. Okay, I see what that is. You guys see what it is? And it's pretty cool because I talk about this all the time that Figma is much more than just creating UI and web design. You could do more. I could do a lot with my graphics. And right here, this is a good starting point right here. This is pretty cool. Wow. Just like this. This is your ad right here. Change the color, change the logo. That's sick. That's okay. Adobe. Adobe. Figma doing big things. Okay, Figma Sites, of course, we just looked at that. Okay, Figma Make. So let's see, how far is Figma Make going to go? They got prompt to prototype. Type a prompt to get a high fidelity code back to prototype. So it does look like they are going to have like a lovable, but in Figma. That's cool. Okay, start with your Figma design. Paste the frame to start rifling through an existing design, edit to fine tune, directly edit the AI output, including replacing images, changing padding and margins, or editing code. Publish and turn it into a web app. Okay, that's the updates. That's where we are at. Ooh, I can't wait to see this. Expect a live stream when we do get Figma Make. Let's go ahead and go over here. I'm going to stop the screen share now. Let's see. Okay. What do you guys think? Let me go back through all these comments up here. What are your thoughts? I'm just gonna just surf through it, see if I see any questions here. Gina's there for the dogs. Let me see. Can you see the dogs? I have to like oh oh yeah, they're down here somewhere. They want to go out. I'm gonna have to end the live soon because the dogs want to go out. Oh, exporting the code. We got one more thing to take a look. Let me go see if we can export the code. I'm going to do that right here. All right. This is here it is. Let's see export. I didn't check that yet. Let's see. Okay, we got a responsiveness here. I don't see any code exports. Let me see if it's over here. Okay, there's our libraries, our pages, our blocks. All right, our settings right here. Let's see. Okay, favicon, social sharing. That's dope. Custom code. So we can add custom code inside of here. That's pretty dope. Even though it's like super, super small. Okay, this is just for analytics right here. Site description. Okay, very basic right now. Exclude. Okay, you do have the option to include and exclude. Probably should have gone through this a little bit more in detail. I was so excited to get start creating. Okay, we could get an embed code. Okay. So that's what we got there. And it looks like this over here, I'm guessing this might be make right here. So we have to see what these are for. I can't click into them quite yet. I'm wondering if I connect. This looks like a server right here. And this looks like it might be for, yeah, this is make. This is a CMS. Here we go. Okay. We do got a content management system coming. Did I say CRM before? Yeah, nah, I didn't mean CRM. I meant CMS, everybody. If I made a mistake, I'm gonna blame it on the late night tea. Okay. So we do got a CMS coming, our content management system. So we'll be able to create posts. We do got make. This is going to be for the AI. I do not see option to export the code. Not yet, as far as where we are at. But then again, I just don't see the code anywhere. I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like I'm missing something. I should be able to see the code. Okay, we got the embed. Huh. So we do got the AI right here. Still testing that out. Interesting. I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like I'm missing the dev part of this. Let me go back over here to the site that is published and see really quick. Where is it at? Okay, here's my published site. Huh, okay, this one is live. We could connect the domain, but I do not see the dev. So I might be missing it. I probably have to dive in, but the dev usually is down here. So I can't see the actual code in this, which is a bit weird. Because if I'm here, not there, but in here, okay. Oh, we got the draw right here. Oh, wow. Okay. What is this? Design? Huh. And then we have our dev mode right here. You know what? Okay. I got some things I got to check out. Huh. Got my variable table. Okay, I'm geeking out right now and it's getting a bit late. I'm going to wrap this one up, but I just want to go back one more final time. Let's take a look. See where we're at with everything. Okay, so Berliner, I take a look. I could not see a way to export the code. Uh Hopefully we do get that option later because even though the code is like a million divs, I don't know if I want to use a million divs. I might just rather hard code something myself to remove all that. I'm going to go through, just check to see if there are any questions. Yeah, you caught me right. Yeah. CMS. You caught that right. It was a misspoke on that. Not a CRM. We don't need no CRM. All right. Here we go. Jay asked a question. Okay, what's your take on web searches are going down hard because people using AI more? Uh, you know what? I've been thinking about this. I've had a different perspective recently because I do still look at blogs. Like I try. I'm not on social media much anymore. I've kind of like gotten off of a lot of it. I'm really, I just don't like what I see on Facebook anymore. I don't like getting hit and bombarded by a bunch of stuff that I'm not asking to see. Basically, like Facebook doesn't give me the chance to control my algorithm for me to teach and train it. It just keeps throwing stuff at me I don't want to see. So I'm not on Facebook that much. Uh and I do go on I use Android a lot, so they got, you swipe right, you can see some blog posts, and they're always putting stuff up there. And one thing that I'm seeing that I'm getting really annoyed about in blog posts are blog posts written purely for SEO. They're ranked to the top of the searches. They used to get tons of searches because they were ranked at the top. But it's like we want to answer, and just like, what year did this happen? And you go to the blog post says the year this happened, and then you got to go through like 50 paragraphs just to get a simple answer. And it's like they dance around it, writing purely just for SEO purposes, not giving an answer. And I think those are the sites that we just got to get rid of now. Those are the pages that have been written by people who have been purely focused on SEO to drive traffic, and they've done really well manipulating SEO and Google. But now people don't want that. It's like, what do people want? People want answers. They want clear cut answers. And I think that, we're seeing a transition, not because of just AIs, because now we don't have to go through all that stuff and be stuck trying to sift through this big long document for something super simple because somebody just wanted to outrank everybody. And usually they're trying to outrank everybody so they can sell their stuff or get, commission for affiliate marketing. But just this last week, and this is why this thought hit me, I saw a good post. It was like ZDNet, like ZNet or something, and they're like, "Hey, this new note taking tool is like really good." I was like, "Dope! I want to see the note taking tool." First, it was hard to find out what that note taking tool was. When you get to it, there's no link to go learn more about that note taking tool. Instead, it'll take you to a link like you're going to look for the note taking tool, but it'll take you to a blog post that is on the same note taking tool in there just so they can get their internal linking going. I'm like, geez, like, are they writing this for us, or are they writing this like just trying to SEO the hell out of the thing, and just like making a very frustrating journey for us? So with that said, I know that's a bit of a rant. We're going to see a dip, and it's a natural dip because what was ranking all those sites are the ones that are going to get hurt the most, I think. And like, they did their thing, they got all they could for that time, and that's pretty much it. But now, this is going to force people to look at SEO differently and the content they create differently. The content needs to be created to benefit the user, not benefit the website. So that's where the big change needs to happen. Now, if your views goes down, it's not a bad thing if you are instead more focused on how to turn those views into customers, how to really deliver value, enough value that the people come into your site they're going to want to learn more from you, whether they're signing up for a newsletter or learning more about your services or even interested in signing up for your services. So I don't think it's a bad thing what is happening. I think it's something that needs to get cleaned up because it got out of hand. The whole SEO optimized sites got out of hand. Now I'm like big on SEO. I still believe in following SEO best practices. I believe in doing things the right way, but there's also the intention behind it. That intention has been wrong for so many of these sites, and those sites are getting tanked by you, you an SEO guru dude that has like 20 blog posts that are making him $300,000 a year on affiliate sales, and his stuff is tanking. Like, dude, you had a good run, you made really good money off of it, but did those posts really were they created to benefit a business and the customer of that business? And I think in most cases, it wasn't, because it's like dropship. It's like, there's always been something, and now we're seeing it with AI agents, and we're going to see it again with more with prompting engineers. There are going to be more things coming up. Everybody wants to make a lot of money really quickly and jump in when something is really hot. And so when, 10 years ago, it was a great time to like jump in, really focus on SEO, take it to the next level, pay a ridiculous amount of money to SEMrush or Ahrefs, and make a lot of money on affiliate sales. But then I think Honey also came in and started gobbling up all those affiliate sales. So Honey is the real winner of this, unless if they lose their lawsuits, and hopefully they do because they deserve to. Okay, I know that was a long one. I just got some energy in me still. My battery is still going. It's getting late here, but it's still going. Let me just catch up. Okay, that's kind of like what I'm guessing. I haven't seen Figma make yet, but I've tried out Lovable, and I'm guessing Figma make might be like that, but within Figma, and that makes a lot of sense. That's why. What I'm wondering though, does this mean we still need to use Reloom? Are they going to have something built in natively? Uh That'll be interesting to see. Oh, this is the Arc browser, ARC. So I use the Arc browser. It runs off of Chrome, but just more productive. Okay, somebody answer that for you. Mario, yeah. People want real people, not fake stuff. This is what it's all about. We got hit with so much fake stuff lately. Like, and now we're seeing that's what's going to get lost, like that's where you're going to see the losses at. So when I hear, SEO is dead, or like our sites are tanking, it's like, I don't know. I want to have some sort of empathy because I know it's hard to build a business and then, the industry come and change it. But like, that's what we're in. We're in the technology industry. And if you did manage to build something that was really good and you made a lot of money because you're building all these SEO optimized sites that was generating all these affiliate sales and all this Google ad revenue, I mean, it's only a matter of time before things change. And right now we're seeing that, So like, here's the thing too, when it comes to SEO, you got to understand, like, it's not about how much traffic you get, it's about the quality of the traffic. People are just coming to the site and bouncing off. It doesn't do any good. But if you're getting people coming to your site to make big decisions, that is where it is important. And now us web creators, we have the tools. Like, somebody posted something. I think it was Mark. Mark posted something. I saw him posted like a question. It was like somebody created a video. It was a 100% blog generating blog, like an AI generating blog, where the AI agent went through all these different processes inside of Make, and it automatically created blogs to the point where it's creating them, publishing them, creating them, publishing them. It was a blog creating machine. Zero human interaction. The only human interaction that was done was in setting up that blog. And how much useless information is that going to pump out to everybody? Like, what's the purpose of that? The purpose is that you're going to create a bunch of fake blogs that you did not do, you didn't research, you don't care about, just to get traffic to come to your site. So you could get some Google ad revenue, you could get some affiliate sales. That's if Honey doesn't swoop it up. Uh, and like that's so disingenuous. That's not value. That's not value to the end user. So we are in a good position where we have these tools like Claude, ChatGPT, where we have them. We don't have to like rely 100% on them, but we could utilize them and we could learn how to create engaging content. We could learn how to structure it, use these tools to help us create this content and do this for our clients. Like I don't know if you guys ever waited 3 to 6 months for a client to bring you content just to push their site live like I have. And I know many of you have as well. But like there's no need anymore. We could be doing this for our clients, but it doesn't take going in chat GPT for 10 minutes and doing it. It takes investing time into building that skill and to understand content structure. Same thing with SEO. You still got to take time to understand how to use proper SEO semantics, why it works, and to understand it. And that's the reason why I never thought SEO was dying, but it's really important to do it right. So now if we put the right intention behind what we're doing and we build things for value for the end user, for our clients' customers, they don't need a ridiculous amount of views coming to their sites and clicks coming to their sites. They just need the right ones that are going to be the right customers for them. And that part right there, I don't see ChatGPT killing that one. ChatGPT, like in searches or Google Gemini, it'll come up and it'll give you your answers really quickly. But if you want to look deeper, if you want to actually take action, then you're going to have to go to somebody's website to take that action. That's where the decisions take place. And I saw a good video recently. Like, one of the things that I always hear is about the mobile first, and I'll see some like really hardcore mobile first enthusiasts. Like, I saw somebody post, like for real, they comment saying 99% of all people online are on the phone. It's like, dude, first off, every website is different. If you look at an agency's website for a web design agency, usually it's about 50-60% might be all mobile if you really check it out. But the decisions usually happen on a desktop because I know I'm researching stuff and I'm looking and I'm on my phone and maybe I'll buy some stuff on my phone, like if it's e-commerce. But if it's something bigger, like right now, I'm going traveling next week. I have to book some stuff. I want to book some tours. I want to make sure I got in all the stuff, all my dates set up. And so even though like I'm going on my phone, when it came time to like really doing my final research, I want to go on the desktop so I could really do my due diligence and learning. Uh Human connection, this is where we need to focus on. The technology is only what's going to help us. The AI is going to cut the stuff, I should say new technology, because new technology has always done this. It's going to cut the stuff that maybe should be trimmed off anyways. The low hanging, low value stuff, the cutting corners. And now I'm just rambling. Now I think my battery is draining. Hey, I really appreciate everybody for being here. I enjoy this. I'm going to be going away for a couple of weeks. I'm going to come back and we're going to be kicking off the second half of the year. When I come back, there's going to be 6 more months of the year. I'm going to take some time off. Not even going to bring my laptop. Instead, I'm going to bring a couple of books. I just want to do some reading. I'm going to bring a couple of notebooks and some pens. I'm going to do some writing. I want to do some thought process. I just want to think, just want to enjoy, just want to be present, enjoy life, and get clarity, focus, and then see what's coming up now in the next 6 months. And for everybody out there, if you're running your business, if you find yourself really busy, you have big dreams and aspirations, I encourage you somewhere around this time, the 6 month mark, take a little bit of time for yourself. You don't necessarily have to go on a big holiday and travel, but it does help to unplug. Give yourself a week. Set something up. Set up auto generators. Set up things with your clients. Let clients know in advance. Hey, I'm going to be taking a week off, and take that time off to just reevaluate things. Think, like let the creativity come back. The goals. Remember those goals. Take time to look at. Wait, okay, what did I do these last 6 months? Where am I at? I already set my intentions for the year. I know what I wanted to achieve this year. Am I far behind? Am I far ahead? And why on both of them? That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to encourage all you to do the same as well. When I come back, I look forward to these live streams once again. It's coming out here weekly to connect with you. And I want to do more. Geeking out on web design stuff. But I want to do a lot more of that web business stuff. It's just like one of our viewers here, one of our the crew here. They mentioned like, I want to get into UI UX, but don't know the direction to go in. I want to create a space for that. That's the reason why we have the Lytbox Pro community. And if you don't know about it yet, you could go to the website. You could go. It's easy to find. Just type in Lytbox Academy, Lytbox, Lytbox, and make everything really easy to find. We have our community. We have one that is a pro member community for freelancers, agency owners, but we have also an open free community. If you want to get away from Facebook and all that stuff it is trying to pump down our throats with all those, follow this, follow this, follow that, and just come and connect with other web creatives. You can come there and get started and just like chill for free, where we keep everything positive. We keep everything focused on learning, on growth, on creativity. That's one thing that I am so grateful for, is like our space is just full of good energy. We don't have anybody bringing other people down. We don't have that, because we create and foster a space where we learn and grow together. That's what it's all about. That's why you're here. That's why you're still watching. With that, I'm going to sign off now. I did see a question though, real quick. I want to answer stuff while I'm here. Okay, Steve asked. Okay, last question. Steve asked what to do to remove so many divs when using Elementor. Elementor removed the divs. They removed them. They've been cleaning out the code. It's been a slow process, but they've been cleaning them out. And with the new classes, we're going to see much lighter code. Okay, with that, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Adrian. I see you there. I appreciate it. Thank you, Jay, Gina. Hey, these are the pro members right here, pro members representing. So glad to see you all here. So grateful for all of you. I appreciate you all so much. That's it for this live stream. I'll see you back in a couple of weeks. Cheers.